CompTIA A Plus Security Practice Test 2026, 80 questions with explained answers. Question 1. What should organizations prioritize when selecting tools for vulnerability reporting? Option A. The cost of the tools. Option B. The reporting needs of the organization. Option C. The complexity of the tools. Option D. The number of vulnerabilities identified. The correct answer is option B. The reporting needs of the organization. Organizations should prioritize their reporting needs over cost, complexity, or the number of vulnerabilities identified to ensure the data collected matches their specific requirements. Question 2. While analyzing traffic to a web server before production, you notice username and password parameters in the login capture. What should you tell the project manager? Option A. Tell them the username and password parameters are being transferred in clear text at login. Option B. Tell them the user_token field is using a generic token and needs to be updated. Option C. Tell them to change the password for the admin user to something stronger. Option D. Tell them the site is ready to go with no reason to delay launch. The correct answer is option A. Tell them the username and password parameters are being transferred in clear text at login. Transferring credentials in clear text is a major security risk. The site should use encryption, like HTTPS, to ensure passwords are not visible to eavesdroppers. Question 3. A company determines a data breach likely originated from a specific IP address. Which entity should the company notify to help investigate and apprehend the perpetrator? Option A. Information Technology Team. Option B. Public Relations Team. Option C. Law Enforcement. Option D. Legal Team. The correct answer is option C. Law Enforcement. Law enforcement agencies have the legal authority and resources to investigate cybercrimes and apprehend attackers, which internal teams like IT or PR do not. Question 4. What is one method a security analyst should try to discover zero-day attacks before a system is compromised? Option A. Rely on signature-based antivirus updates. Option B. Train users to change passwords regularly. Option C. Regularly run signature-based antivirus scans. Option D. Write rules in Yara to recognize patterns of code found in other malware. The correct answer is option D. Write rules in Yara to recognize patterns of code found in other malware. Yara allows analysts to create rules that detect patterns and strings in unknown malware by comparing them to known malware code, even if a specific signature doesn't exist yet. Question 5. Which analysis method involves establishing patterns over time to make predictions about future events and improve security baselines? Option A. Heuristic. Option B. Anomaly-based. Option C. Signature detection. Option D. A trend. The correct answer is option D. Trend. Trend analysis involves looking at frequency, volume, and statistical deviations over a period of time to predict future events and refine security settings. Question 6. What is the primary gain for a company conducting forensic analysis after a security incident? Option A. To restore services and systems as quickly as possible. Option B. To identify areas for improvement in the incident response plan. Option C. To gather evidence. Option D. To identify the initial entry point of the attack. The correct answer is option C. To gather evidence. The primary goal of forensic analysis is to collect and analyze evidence to identify the attacker and determine the scope of compromised data for potential legal or investigative purposes. Question 7. To ensure continuous improvement in incident response capabilities, what should a Security Operations Center (SOC) focus on? Option A. Conduct security training. Option B. Review playbooks. Option C. Conduct post-incident reviews. Option D. Implement a threat intelligence program. The correct answer is option C. Conduct post-incident reviews. Post-incident reviews allow a team to analyze their performance, identify gaps in their process, and implement changes for better effectiveness in the future. Question 8. Which statement correctly differentiates an incident response (IR) plan from a business continuity/disaster recovery (BC/DR) plan? Option A. An IR plan minimizes the impact of security incidents, while a BC/DR plan maintains essential business functions during a disruption. Option B. An IR plan restores normal operations, while a BC/DR plan identifies and mitigates risks. Option C. An IR plan and a BC/DR plan are the same thing. Option D. An IR plan focuses on hardware theft, while a BC/DR plan focuses on malware infections. The correct answer is option A. An IR plan minimizes the impact of security incidents, while a BC/DR plan maintains essential business functions during a disruption. IR plans deal specifically with managing the fallout of a security event, whereas BC/DR focuses on keeping the business running during and after a major disruption. Question 9. A security analyst sees the same vulnerability on the same system for 3 consecutive months. What does this indicate? Option A. A configuration management issue. Option B. Lack of vulnerability management tools. Option C. Inadequate training and awareness. Option D. A recurring vulnerability trend. The correct answer is option D. A recurring vulnerability trend. The persistent reappearance of a specific vulnerability indicates a recurring trend that must be addressed to prevent exploitation. Question 10. Which malware detection method establishes a system baseline and alerts the user of changes, regardless of whether the change is from malware or system failure? Option A. Viara rule writing. Option B. Code emulation. Option C. Integrity checking. Option D. Interception. The correct answer is option C. Integrity checking. Integrity checking monitors for any deviations from a known good baseline, but it cannot always distinguish between malicious changes and benign system errors. Question 11. A CEO directs the cybersecurity team to hit the attacker's heart after a breach. What process is the CEO describing? Option A. A vulnerability management. Option B. Risk management. Option C. Security engineering. Option D. Active defense. The correct answer is option D. Active defense. Active defense is an offensive strategy used to outmaneuver adversaries and make their attacks more difficult or likely to fail by exposing their methods. Question 12. What is the best description of MAC spoofing? Option A. Searching for wireless networks while driving in a car. Option B. Running a network card in promiscuous mode to capture frames. Option C. Sending many Ethernet frames with different source addresses to a switch. Option D. Changing a network card's address to match a legitimate address used on the network. The correct answer is option D. Changing a network card's address to match a legitimate address used on the network. MAC spoofing is the act of impersonating another device by changing a network interface card's MAC address to one that is authorized on the network. Question 13. A project manager is deploying a device management system that keeps devices current. What does this system primarily accomplish? Option A. Changing business requirements. Option B. Compensating controls. Option C. Patching. Option D. Awareness training. The correct answer is option C. Patching. Device management systems automate the distribution of security patches, which are critical for fixing software vulnerabilities. Question 14. What is a primary benefit of using top 10 style lists in security reporting? Option A. They provide an exhaustive list of all potential problems. Option B. They are ineffective in detailed reports. Option C. They help develop policies but not prioritization. Option D. They allow for a quick and easy overview of important activities and trends. The correct answer is option D. They allow for a quick and easy overview of important activities and trends. Top 10 lists are excellent for high-level overviews, helping stakeholders quickly identify the most critical issues or trends that require attention. Question 15. To enhance the ability to identify malicious activity on a company's network, which action should an analyst prioritize? Option A. Deploy additional firewalls throughout the network. Option B. Implement stronger password policies. Option C. Conduct regular penetration testing of web applications. Option D. Implement network traffic analysis and threat hunting. The correct answer is option D. Implement network traffic analysis and threat hunting. Frameworks like MITRE ATT and CK suggest that network traffic analysis and proactive threat hunting are the most effective ways to discover malicious actors already inside a network. Question 16. Which of the following are vital practices for system hardening? Select the three correct concepts. Option A, patching the OS, reducing the attack surface, and disabling unnecessary services. Option B, eliminating security training, monitoring software, and registry management. Option C, configuring security policies, removing firewalls, and updating BIOS. Option D, using weak passwords, isolating networks, and tracking money transfers. The correct answer is option A, patching the OS, reducing the attack surface, and disabling unnecessary services. System hardening focuses on reducing the attack surface by patching the OS, disabling services not in use, and restricting access to sensitive areas. Question 17. How can a security analyst use compensating controls when dealing with a critical system with an unpatched vulnerability? Option A, to patch the vulnerability directly. Option B, to isolate the system and prevent the attacker from exploiting the vulnerability. Option C, to monitor intrusion attempts without isolating the system. Option D, to replace the primary security measures permanently. The correct answer is option B, to isolate the system and prevent the attacker from exploiting the vulnerability. Compensating controls are alternative measures used when primary controls, like patching, cannot be immediately implemented, such as isolating a vulnerable host. Question 18. Which threat indicator is typically associated with a denial of service (DOS) attack? Option A, rapidly changing domain IP addresses. Option B, port hopping. Option C, high memory usage. Option D, IP addresses from unusual geographic locations. The correct answer is option D, IP addresses from unusual geographic locations. A surge of traffic from unusual or unexpected geographic locations is a common indicator that a network is being targeted by a distributed denial of service attack. Question 19. A security administrator hesitates to apply a patch to a critical vulnerability for fear of breaking an old system. What is the inhibitor here? Option A, organizational governance. Option B, service level objectives. Option C, business process interruption. Option D, legacy systems. The correct answer is option D, legacy systems. Legacy systems are often difficult to patch because updates may break old software that the business still relies on for daily operations. Question 20. Which of the following requirements would lead a network engineer to suggest deploying a honeypot? Option A, need for orchestration and XML coding. Option B, need to track attacker text messages and emails. Option C, need to observe attacks and develop new indicators of compromise. Option D, need to implement stronger password policies and firewalls. The correct answer is option C, need to observe attacks and develop new indicators of compromise. Honeypots are used to lure attackers into a controlled environment so defenders can observe their methods and create new IOCs and IOAs. Question 21. Which tool is best suited for examining and debugging a Linux-based application's runtime state? Option A, Cuckoo. Option B, GNU Debugger. Option C, CDump. Option D, Wireshark. The correct answer is option B, GNU Debugger. The GNU Debugger, GDB, is the standard tool for inspecting the runtime state and modifying the execution flow of programs on Linux systems. Question 22. What is designed to reduce the time and resources needed to keep a network updated with the latest patches and configurations? Option A, centralized operating system, application, and device management. Option B, awareness training. Option C, compensating controls. Option D, patching and policies. The correct answer is option A, centralized operating system, application, and device management. Centralized management tools allow administrators to push updates and configurations to many devices at once from a single point of control. Question 23. Which ISO 27K standard specifically focuses on personal data and privacy? Option A, 27017. Option B, 27018. Option C, 27701. Option D, 27,002. The correct answer is option C, 27,701. ISO 27701 is the international standard that provides guidance on personal data and privacy management within the context of information security. Question 24. What is a major benefit of vulnerability management reporting? Option A, reduced response time to cyber threats. Option B, higher risk of cyber attacks. Option C, increased complexity of IT infrastructure. Option D, decreased awareness of potential weaknesses. The correct answer is option A, reduced response time to cyber threats. Reporting allows organizations to identify and prioritize vulnerabilities, leading to a faster and more efficient response to potential threats. Question 25. After finding evidence on an employee's computer during a forensic investigation, what is the next step? Option A, ignore the evidence and continue the investigation. Option B, secure the evidence and notify the legal department. Option C, share the evidence with co-workers for input. Option D, terminate the employee's employment immediately. The correct answer is option B, secure the evidence and notify the legal department. Securing evidence and involving the legal department ensures that the chain of custody is maintained and that any subsequent legal actions are valid. Question 26. Which command allows a string to be copied in code but can be exploited for buffer overflow attacks because it doesn't check boundaries? Option A, LSL. Option B, strcpy. Option C, icicles. Option D, CMOD. The correct answer is option B, strcpy. The strcpy command in C/C++ is notorious for security vulnerabilities because it copies data into a buffer without verifying if the buffer is large enough to hold it. Question 27. Which tool allows a security analyst to use modules to scan for vulnerabilities on Cisco devices specifically? Option A, Metasploit Framework. Option B, Nmap. Option C, Reconning. Option D, PACU. The correct answer is option A, Metasploit Framework. The Metasploit Framework includes an extensive library of auxiliary modules designed for vulnerability scanning and exploitation across various vendors, including Cisco. Question 28. What is a characteristic of heuristic analysis? Option A, requires high human interaction. Option B, analyzes data over years only. Option C, it triggers an alert when activity falls outside a baseline. Option D, only looks at known malware signatures. The correct answer is option C, triggers an alert when activity falls outside a baseline. Heuristic analysis, or anomaly-based detection, uses a baseline of normal behavior and alerts the user whenever activity deviates from that norm. Question 29. An attacker uses default credentials on a database account to steal data. What kind of vulnerability was exploited? Option A, broken access control. Option B, software and data integrity failures. Option C, security misconfiguration. Option D, injection. The correct answer is option C, security misconfiguration. Leaving default accounts active or using default passwords is a classic example of a security misconfiguration. Question 30. What is it called when permissions are given to a user for a specific task but never removed afterward? Option A, privilege creep. Option B, account elevation. Option C, privilege elevation. Option D, SAM database creep. The correct answer is option A, privilege creep. Privilege creep occurs when a user's permissions slowly accumulate over time as they move through different projects or roles without old access being revoked. Question 31. To prevent a DDoS attack from succeeding, what action should a security analyst take regarding the router? Option A, configure the router to limit traffic from the attacker's IP address. Option B, implement a firewall to block all incoming traffic. Option C, shut down the server immediately. Option D, add more bandwidth to the server. The correct answer is option A, configure the router to limit traffic from the attacker's IP address. Rate limiting or throttling traffic at the router level can prevent an attacker's IP from overwhelming the server's resources. Question 32. Which component is essential for keeping a cybersecurity team's skills up to date with changing techniques? Option A, a device reconfiguration. Option B, activity registration. Option C, a training. Option D, outsourcing. The correct answer is option C, training. Continuous training is vital because offensive and defensive cybersecurity techniques evolve rapidly. Question 33. What are effective ways to respond to indicators of compromise, IOCS, like unusual traffic and suspicious files? Option A, notify all employees and update antivirus. Option B, document the incident and hire new staff. Option C, conduct network traffic analysis and quarantine suspicious files. Option D, shut down the network and inform the media. The correct answer is option C, conduct network traffic analysis and quarantine suspicious files. Analyzing traffic identifies the source of the threat, while quarantining files prevents further infection or damage. Question 34. Which process is used to identify which devices are connected to a specific network or network segment? Option A, discovery scan. Option B, dynamic analysis. Option C, a vulnerability scan. Option D, a device fingerprinting. The correct answer is option A, discovery scan. A discovery, or map, scan is the first step in identifying assets by detecting what devices are currently connected to the network. Question 35. What is the best remediation step after discovering a data breach caused by a specific vulnerability? Option A, to ignore it and hope it stops. Option B, shut down the system permanently. Option C, patch the affected system. Option D, restore from a year-old backup. The correct answer is option C, patch the affected system. Patching addresses the root cause of the vulnerability, preventing the same attack from succeeding again. Question 36. When using CIS benchmarks, what should an organization do first? Option A, incorporate all benchmarks immediately. Option B, implement benchmarks before reading them. Option C, monitor the network for benchmark failures. Option D, identify the specific benchmarks most relevant to them. The correct answer is option D, identify the specific benchmarks most relevant to them. Because organizations use different systems, the first step is always identifying which specific benchmarks apply to their current infrastructure. Question 37. Which of the following is true regarding the chain of custody? Option A, it refers to the process of analyzing evidence. Option B, it refers to hardware security controls. Option C, it is documentation of evidence movement from person to person. Option D, it is the process of restoring data from backup. The correct answer is option C, it is documentation of evidence movement from person to person. Chain of custody tracks who had the evidence, when they had it, and what they did with it to ensure it remains admissible in court. Question 38. How does Secure Access Service Edge, SASE, simplify network and security services? Option A, it combines network and security functions into a single cloud-hosted service. Option B, it uses only dedicated hardware for every user. Option C, it blocks remote management completely. Option D, it removes the need for identity management. The correct answer is option A. It combines network and security functions into a single cloud-hosted service. SASE simplifies management by converging networking, SD-WAN, and security, FWaaS, ZTNA, CASB, into a unified cloud-based model. Question 39. What are the security benefits of using software-defined networking, SDN, and virtualization? Option A, faster hardware firewalls and improved routing. Option B, a simplified segmentation and increased agility for security controls. Option C, better transition to legacy architectures. Option D, removal of monitoring requirements. The correct answer is option B, simplified segmentation and increased agility for security controls. SDN allows for rapid deployment of security controls and easy isolation of network segments to contain threats. Question 40. Which of the following tasks is typically associated with the blue team in a security exercise? Option A, utilizing Metasploit to find vulnerabilities. Option B, installing antivirus and running Netstat on honeypots. Option C, or recommending next-gen firewalls as an overseer. Option D is setting rules and criteria for the entire exercise. The correct answer is option B, installing antivirus and running Netstat on honeypots. The blue team is responsible for the defensive posture, including host hardening and monitoring. Question 41. How does asset discovery and device fingerprinting help secure a network? Option A. It identifies all employees by name. Option B. It identifies the purpose, vendor, and configuration of each device. Option C. It identifies tampering on computers using physical sensors. Option D. It automatically deletes malware from the system. The correct answer is option B. It identifies the purpose, vendor, and configuration of each device. Knowing exactly what is on your network, including software versions and device types, is critical for identifying potential vulnerabilities. Question 42. Which of the following are free, open-source vulnerability scanners suitable for enterprise use? Option A, Aqualis and Neshes. Option B, Security Scorecard and Tenable. Option C, OpenSCAP and OpenVAS. Option D, Wireshark and Dump. The correct answer is option C, OpenSCAP and OpenVAS. OpenVAS and OpenSCAP are well-known open-source scanners that can perform vulnerability assessments and compliance checking. Question 43. What is the core purpose of a centralized configuration management system, CCMS? Option A, reducing administrative time. Option B, automated patch deployment. Option C, system reliability. Option D, endpoint configuration and control. The correct answer is option D, endpoint configuration and control. The core purpose of a CCMS is to provide a single point of control for the configuration of all endpoints across the organization. Question 44. After risk management creates a response plan for a vulnerability, what is the next best step? Option A, technical team implementation. Option B, a governance team approval and codification into policy. Option C, presentation to the board of directors. Option D, compliance team creating new training. The correct answer is option B, governance team approval and codification into policy. Policy approval by governance ensures that the response plan is official and can be enforced across the organization. Question 45. Entering a password and then receiving a code on your cell phone is an example of what? Option A, single sign-on, SSO. Option B, service provider, SP. Option C, multi-factor authentication, MFA. Option D, identity provider, IDP. The correct answer is option C, multi-factor authentication, MFA. MFA requires multiple pieces of evidence, something you know and something you have, to grant access. Question 46. Which type of breach occurs if a device like a laptop is lost or stolen? Option A, device theft or loss. Option B, integrity/availability breach. Option C, data exfiltration. Option D, accidental data breach. The correct answer is option A, device theft or loss. Device theft or loss is a specific category of breach that must be reported, as it implies unauthorized physical access to hardware. Question 47. To preserve data for potential legal proceedings while continuing an investigation, what should an analyst do? Option A, conduct a full system backup. Option B, share data with the legal department immediately. Option C, implement a legal hold on the data and logs. Option D, archive data on an encrypted drive. The correct answer is option C, implement a legal hold on the data and logs. A legal hold ensures that data cannot be deleted or modified until the legal process is complete. Question 48. Which items should a security analyst search for during misconfiguration hunting? Option A, new user creation and money transfers. Option B, open ports, unpatched software, and weak passwords. Option C, isolated networks and physical access points. Option D, employee training records and compliance reports. The correct answer is option B, open ports, unpatched software, and weak passwords. Common misconfigurations include leaving ports open, failing to patch software, and using easily guessable passwords. Question 49. Which infrastructure model requires considering multiple environments for vulnerability scoring? Option A, hybrid cloud. Option B, on-premises. Option C, private cloud. Option D, public cloud. The correct answer is option A, hybrid cloud. Hybrid clouds combine on-premises and cloud resources, making vulnerability management more complex across different environments. Question 50. Which document is used to track critical details specifically about an incident as it happens? Option A, incident form. Option B, incident response playbook. Option C, escalation list. Option D, incident checklist. The correct answer is option A, incident form. The incident form captures the who, what, where, and when details of a security event. Question 51. What is the effect of using NOST 192.168.0.34 filter in Wireshark? Option A. Only packets with that source address are captured. Option B. Only packets with that destination address are captured. Option C. Only packets on that network are captured. Option D. Only packets with that address in either the source or destination are captured. The correct answer is option D. Only packets with that address in either the source or destination are captured. The host filter in Wireshark is bidirectional, capturing traffic going to or coming from that specific address. Question 52. Which provider is known for creating security configuration best practices and secure baseline configurations? Option A, CMMI. Option B, CIS benchmarks. Option C, PCI DSS. Option D, CSA star. The correct answer is option B, CIS benchmarks. The Center for Internet Security, CIS, produces the industry standard CIS benchmarks for various operating systems and devices. Question 53. What is the primary difference between reconnaissance and enumeration? Option A, recon is active, enum is passive. Option B, enum is for phishing, recon is for hardware. Option C, reconnaissance is passive, enumeration is active. Option D, reconnaissance uses only magazine articles. The correct answer is option C. Reconnaissance is passive, enumeration is active. Reconnaissance involves gathering public info without touching the target's network, while enumeration actively interacts with the network to find resources. Question 54. Which concept uses digital certificates to establish trust and secure communication channels? Option A, single sign-on, SSO. Option B, firewall. Option C, public key infrastructure, PKI. Option D, intrusion detection system, IDs. The correct answer is option C, public key infrastructure, PKI. PKI provides the framework for digital certificates, which are used to authenticate parties and encrypt data. Question 55. To mitigate risks associated with broken access control, which control should a security expert recommend? Option A, role-based access control, RBAC. Option B, security development lifecycle, SDLC. Option C, web application firewall, WAF. Option D, password complexity. The correct answer is option A, role-based access control, RBAC. RBAC ensures users only have access to resources necessary for their specific job role, preventing unauthorized access. Question 56. Which of the following is considered an intangible cost of a security incident? Option A, lost or corrupted data. Option B, a damage to company reputation. Option C, stolen passwords. Option D, damaged server hardware. The correct answer is option B, damage to company reputation. Tangible costs are measurable and physical, while intangible costs like reputation damage are harder to quantify but still impactful. Question 57. Incident response recommendations should ideally have which two characteristics? Option A, trackable and illustrated. Option B, actionable and specific. Option C, measurable and trackable. Option D, vague and flexible. The correct answer is option B, actionable and specific. Recommendations must tell the team exactly what to do, actionable, and apply to the specific incident, specific, to be useful. Question 58. What is the main purpose of a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU? Option A. To legally bind parties to a financial agreement. Option B. To ensure parties understand each other's expectations. Option C. To outline services in law. Option D. To protect parties in a legal lawsuit. The correct answer is option B. To ensure parties understand each other's expectations. And MOU is a non-binding agreement that defines the common goals and expectations between two or more parties. Question 59. Which of the following describes structured threat information expression, STIX? Option A. A site for FBI collaboration. Option B. A method for sharing info via HTTPS. Option C. A DHS website for reporting incidents. Option D. An XML standardized system for sharing threat actor and tool information. The correct answer is option D. An XML standardized system for sharing threat actor and tool information. STIX is the language used to share cyber threat intelligence in a consistent, machine-readable format. Question 60. Which procedure verifies website certificates are valid to protect against on-path, man-in-the-middle attacks? Option A. SSL inspection. Option B. Personally identifiable information, PII, check. Option C. Cardholder data, CHD, audit. Option D. Public key infrastructure, PKI, management. The correct answer is option A. SSL inspection. SSL inspection allows a security device to decrypt and inspect traffic to ensure certificates are valid and no malicious data is hidden. Question 61. Which of the following is a key performance indicator, KPI, that can indicate a trend in cybersecurity incidents over time? Option A. Indicators of compromise, IOCS. Option B. Risk assessment. Option C. Detection time. Option D. Resource allocation. The correct answer is option A. Indicators of compromise, IOCS. Tracking the frequency of IOCS over time helps organizations see if they are being targeted more often or if their defenses are failing. Question 62. What are compensating controls primarily used for? Option A. To replace primary security measures permanently. Option B. To track changes in system configuration. Option C. To ensure alignment with business requirements. Option D. To add security layers when traditional measures are not viable. The correct answer is option D. To add security layers when traditional measures are not viable. Compensating controls are used to manage risk when the standard security control cannot be applied for technical or business reasons. Question 63. If a gray hat hacker discovers a critical vulnerability in a company, what ethical step should they take next? Option A. Create a patching exception. Option B. Implement session management. Option C. Conduct adversary emulation. Option D. Submit findings to the company's bug bounty program. The correct answer is option D. Submit findings to the company's bug bounty program. Bug bounty programs provide an ethical and legal path for researchers to report vulnerabilities in exchange for recognition or rewards. Question 64. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency, CISA, publishes bulletins. Which source of defensive OSINT does this represent? Option A. Government bulletins. Option B. CERT. Option C. Internal sources. Option D. CERT. The correct answer is option A. Government bulletins. Government agencies like CISA provide official bulletins and guidance to protect national infrastructure and private sector security. Question 65. What information is typically found in a compliance report? Option A. Configuration policies. Option B. Top 10 security risks. Option C. Employee training records. Option D. Vulnerability scan results. The correct answer is option C. Employee training records. Compliance reports often include records of training to prove that the organization is following regulatory requirements for employee awareness. Question 66. Which type of actor is most likely responsible for using anti-forensic techniques to evade detection? Option A, MITR ATT&CK. Option B, UScript Kitty. Option C, Command and Control. Option D, Advanced Persistent Threat, APT. The correct answer is option D, Advanced Persistent Threat, APT. APTs are highly sophisticated and have the resources to use complex methods to hide their presence on a network for long periods. Question 67. To ensure system configurations remain consistent, compliant, and secure, which control should be set up? Option A, awareness training. Option B, patching. Option C, centralized configuration management system. Option D, compensating controls. The correct answer is option C, centralized configuration management system. A CCMS allows for the uniform application of security settings across all systems in an organization. Question 68. What should be the primary focus for a team investigating a system for potential indicators of compromise? Option A, system log inconsistencies. Option B, monitoring and analyzing anomalous activity. Option C, unauthorized scheduled tasks. Option D, reviewing email attachments. The correct answer is option B, monitoring and analyzing anomalous activity. Anomalous activity is often the first sign of an ongoing compromise that hasn't been blocked by standard signature-based tools. Question 69. Which honeypot interaction level cannot be compromised completely and collects data on simple attacks like network probes? Option A, medium. Option B, low. Option C, high. Option D, critical. The correct answer is option B, low. Low interaction honeypots only simulate a few services, making them safer and easier to maintain while still collecting useful basic threat data. Question 70. Why should a company avoid deleting irrelevant log entries during an incident response? Option A, they contain sensitive info. Option B, they may contain relevant evidence. Option C, they contain false information. Option D, deleting them is inefficient. The correct answer is option B, they may contain relevant evidence. In forensics, even data that looks irrelevant might turn out to be a key piece of evidence when combined with other findings later. Question 71. Which practice involves gathering insight about network events based on users' daily behaviors to create an anomaly detection baseline? Option A, ETDR. Option B, User and Entity Behavior Analysis, UEBA. Option C, File Monitoring. Option D, DGA Monitoring. The correct answer is option B, User and Entity Behavior Analysis, UEBA. UEBA systems learn what normal looks like for each user so they can alert when someone starts acting in a suspicious way. Question 72. How should a company account for business continuity/disaster recovery, BC/DR, in its incident response plan? Option A, conduct regular tabletop exercises. Option B, develop and test BC/DR plans for operational resilience. Option C, establish an incident response team. Option D, train employees on phishing awareness. The correct answer is option B, develop and test BC/DR plans for operational resilience. Resilience is built by ensuring that if an incident occurs, there are tested plans in place to keep the business running or recover it quickly. Question 73. What might hackers do with the sensitive information they collect? Select the two most common motives. Option A, damage a company's reputation and sell data to competitors. Option B, stage an on-path attack and hijack DNS. Option C, disable firewalls and modify BIOS settings. Option D, improve the company's security and report vulns. The correct answer is option A, damage a company's reputation and sell data to competitors. Most attackers are motivated by financial gain, selling data, or causing harm, reputation damage. Question 74. What is the next step for an administrator to ensure effective communication with stakeholders during a breach? Option A, develop a communication plan based on stakeholder needs and interests. Option B, avoid communication until the incident is resolved. Option C, delegate communication only to public relations. Option D is send a massive email to everyone at once. The correct answer is option A, Develop a communication plan based on stakeholder needs and interests. A formal plan ensures the right people get the right information at the right time without causing unnecessary panic. Question 75. What is the difference between an incident response plan and a playbook? Option A. An IR plan is a general framework, while playbooks provide detailed procedures for specific incidents. Option B. An IR plan restores operations, while playbooks contain the threat. Option C. An IR plan is step by step, while playbooks are just best practices. Option D. There is no difference between them. The correct answer is option A. An IR plan is a general framework, while playbooks provide detailed procedures for specific incidents. The plan is the what and why, while the playbook is the how to for specific scenarios like ransomware or DDoS. Question 76. Which concept is most relevant to updating software to address vulnerabilities? Option A. Patch management. Option B. Time synchronization. Option C. Log analysis. Option D. Registry management. The correct answer is option A. Patch management. Patch management is the specific process of identifying, testing, and deploying updates to fix security holes. Question 77. What describes a program that checks for correct attributes in an attribute-based access control system? Option A. Access management strategy. Option B. MFA process. Option C. Central policy. Option D. Role-based strategy. The correct answer is option C. Central policy. Central policy acts as the decision point in ABAC systems to verify if a user's attributes match the required policy. Question 78. Which Windows command is used to find hidden files or folders potentially stored by an attacker? Option A. dir/AH. Option B. dir/Q. Option C. dir/L. Option D. dir/R. The correct answer is option A. dir/AH. The /AH switch for the dir command specifically lists entries that have the hidden attribute set. Question 79. Which sanitization method involves the destruction of an encryption key to render a drive's data useless? Option A. Secure disposal. Option B. Cryptographic erase. Option C. Degaussing. Option D. Remaging. The correct answer is option B. Cryptographic erase. Cryptographic erase, cryptoshredding, is a fast and effective way to wipe data by making it impossible to decrypt. Question 80. To improve security posture after a forensic analysis, what is the most crucial step? Option A. Perform vulnerability assessments. Option B. Collect more evidence. Option C. Implement architectural changes based on findings. Option D. Conduct more traffic analysis. The correct answer is option C. Implement architectural changes based on findings. Applying lessons learned means changing the actual design of the network or systems to prevent the same attack vector from being used again. Question 81. Where are network device log files stored by default? Option A. On the CM system. Option B. On the local device. Option C. On the nearest server. Option D. On an intrusion detection system. The correct answer is option B. On the local device. Unless configured to send logs to a central server, devices store their events locally in internal memory or storage. Question 82. Which tool is best suited for both reconnaissance and exploitation phases in an AWS environment? Option A. A Z attack proxy. Option B. A Tenable.io. Option C. Suricata. Option D. PACU. The correct answer is option D. PACU. PACU is a specialized open-source framework for testing the security of Amazon Web Services environments. Question 83. What can a company gain by performing a root cause analysis during incident response? Option A. Gather forensic evidence. Option B. Restore services quickly. Option C. Identify areas for improvement in the incident response plan. Option D. Identify the entry point of the attack. The correct answer is option C. Identify areas for improvement in the incident response plan. Root cause analysis goes beyond the what to find the why, allowing for systemic improvements to safety and security. Question 84. Which methodology framework provides a comprehensive approach for testing software system security and identifying attack vectors? Option A, Open Source Security Testing Methodology Manual, OSTM. Option B, OWASP Testing Guide. Option C, Penetration Testing Execution Standard, PTES. Option D, NIST SP 800-53. The correct answer is option A, Open Source Security Testing Methodology Manual, OSTM. OSTM is a peer-reviewed methodology for security testing and analysis that provides a scientific approach to identifying vulnerabilities.